Welcome to this training session on how to use the Ecoburner Chafo. This training must be completed prior to operation of the Chafo. The Chafo is an adjustable gas burner to replace gel and wick burners. The Chafo is refillable and can be turned off when service is finished. Our system means zero fuel is wasted, no more throwing away up to 50% of your fuel. The Chafo will burn from 5 to 7.5 hours depending on setting. No more changing burners in the middle of service. The Chafo does not get hot below the reflector plate, so it can be adjusted safely during service. No more burns. The Chafo also has some built-in safety features that we will demonstrate shortly. Okay, let's get started. Chafos are shipped with important operating and safety instructions. It's important that you read the instructions before you begin to use the Chafo. You can also download the instructions in multiple languages and a safety poster at any time by going to our website. Click on www.EcoburnerGR.com. Okay, let's get to know our Chafo and filling station. First up, we have the burner head, reflector plate, control dial, over temperature valve or OTV, support legs, the flange, the base and filling valve, then on the filling station we have the fuel gauge, receiver cup, and under the cup the shipping spring, which we remove before use. Zero control dial, and finally, stored on the side, our OTV reset tool. Always check the Chafo carefully for any damage before it is to be used. Do not use a damaged Chafo. Before you begin to fill the Chafo, keep the following points in mind. Make sure that the area you use to fill the Chafo is well ventilated and there are no naked flames or other sources of ignition. Never fill the Chafo in an area where fuel vapors can collect, such as a sink unit, draining board, basin, or deep tray. The Chafo should be filled on a level, non-slip surface, such as a table or bench in an open, well-ventilated space. This allows excess vapor to evaporate before lighting. Use only EcoBurner fuel. Inferior fuels will limit the performance of the Chafo and may cause permanent damage. Using other fuel does not comply with the Chafo certification and may void the Chafo's warranty. Best performance is achieved by filling the Chafo after service. Allow the Chafo to cool down before refilling. By doing this, you are ensuring that it is ready for reuse when next required. First, we must ensure that the Chafo requires refilling and is not already full by using the filling station. Check that the shipping spring is removed and zero the fuel gauge using the zero control dial. Place the Chafo onto the filling station as shown and check the fuel level in the Chafo. Do not refill if the fuel gauge indicates full. Now we have confirmed the Chafo needs to be refilled. But first, we must ensure that the Chafo is turned to the off position. Next, place the Chafo upside down on a level surface. Place the nozzle of the fuel can into the marked filling valve. Rotate the fuel nozzle to match the filling valve. By rotating the canister, you will feel the nozzle drop into place when properly aligned. Now, apply reasonable downward pressure, ensuring that the can is perpendicular to the Chafo and maintaining pressure for the entire fill. Continue filling until droplets of moisture appear around the base of the Chafo. This indicates that the Chafo is now full. Normally, it takes approximately 30 to 40 seconds to fill from empty. Place the Chafo onto the filling station and check the reading to see the fuel level in the Chafo. After fueling, turn the Chafo upright and allow to stand for 3 minutes before use. An empty Chafo weighs approximately 11.5 ounces. And a full Chafo weighs approximately 15 ounces. Our dial indicates the safe filling zone. The amount of fuel put into the Chafo determines the length of time the Chafo will burn. Remember, fill all Chafos intended for use before lighting any Chafo. Never fill a Chafo near another lighting Chafo. Before lighting, place the Chafo on a level surface. Turn the control dial fully anti-clockwise to the on position. You will hear the fuel flow. Carefully light the burner head. When the burner head is heated up fully, it will glow orange. This normally takes approximately 2 minutes. If you cannot hear the fuel flow after turning the control dial to the on position, check if the OTV has been activated. If it is not activated, then check if the Chafo is empty of fuel. A Chafo filled beyond recommended level may produce a higher than normal flame and may become dangerous to use. If accidentally overfilled, allow the Chafo to burn off excess fuel in a safe environment until below the max fuel level. The Chafo is now lit and ready to use. Take care not to touch the Chafo head or top plate when it is lit, as it is extremely hot. The Chafo remains cool to touch below the reflector plate, so can be handled during service. Prior to using the Chafo, ensure that there is a minimum of 3/4 inch of water in the chafing dish. Always maintain a sufficient level of water in the water pan throughout the service. Pick up the lit Chafo by its base or flange and carefully place the Chafo on the tray beneath the water pan. There should be a minimum height between the burner head and water pan of 5/8 of an inch. The Chafo burns hotter than standard heating devices, but it is adjustable. It may not be necessary to have the Chafo on max. Once the water pan is up to temperature, it is possible to remove the Chafo and adjust to a lower setting. The Chafo is designed to work at ambient room temperature. Higher ambient temperatures will cause the Chafo to burn hotter. This can be compensated by adjusting down the control dial to give the desired heat output. If the Chafo extinguishes during a service, check that the OTV has not activated before attempting to relight or refill. Extinguish the Chafo at the end of service so as not to waste fuel. Turn the control dial fully clockwise to the off position. Allow the Chafo to cool before refueling, approximately 3 minutes. The burner head, support legs and reflector plate will be very hot during and following use. Use caution when handling. The Chafo has built-in safety features. The first safety feature switches off the fuel supply if accidentally overturned. Notice that the Chafo does not spill any burning fuel when overturned and will not relight unless reset. To reset the activated OSD safety feature, simply turn the control dial all the way back to its off position. The Chafo can now be relit as normal. Care should always be taken when handling an extinguished Chafo, as parts may still be very hot. The second built-in safety feature is an over-temperature shut-off valve. The OTV turns the Chafo off if it overheats. An example is if the water pan runs dry. The control dial can be hot after the activation of the OTV. The OTV can only be reset once the Chafo has cooled down. The control dial should be set to the off position before resetting the OTV. Reset the OTV device by carefully pushing the OTV reset tool between the reflector plate and the control dial until the ridge contacts the edge of the reflector plate. The OTV can also be reset using a bladed implement such as a butter knife. The Chafo can now be relit and used normally. Always investigate and fix overheating problems before resetting and relighting the Chafo. When not in use, the Chafo should be turned off and stored facing down in a designated storage area. So, let's recap on what you have learned in this training session. Read the operating instructions before using the Chafo. Fill the Chafo in a well-ventilated area and away from all sources of ignition. Do not overfill the Chafo. Do not fill the Chafo with unapproved fuel. Use only Ecoburner fuel. When filling, keep the fuel can perpendicular to the Chafo's base. Use both hands to apply sufficient pressure to successfully refuel the Chafo. When lighting, make sure the Chafo is on a level surface. When lit, the Chafo head is extremely hot. Hold the Chafo only by its base or flange. The Chafo has two built-in safety features, which need to be reset if engaged or activated. You can get more information and support at the Ecoburner website. To check your understanding and complete the course, take the short quiz that follows.